You have one important thing to do today. You know exactly what it is. So why, right now, are you suddenly motivated to clean your entire room, reorganize your phone apps, and watch a 14-minute video on how to be more productive? You're not broken, and you're not lazy. You're running a piece of code that's been in the human brain for a very long time. Today, we're going to decode it. Meet Maya. She has a report due Friday. It's Monday. She tells herself she'll start after lunch. After lunch becomes after dinner. After dinner becomes I'll wake up early tomorrow. She doesn't wake up early. Instead, she scrolls. She replies to texts she ignored for a week. She deep cleans a kitchen that didn't need cleaning. And the whole time, a quiet voice in her head is whispering, "You should be working." Friday arrives. Panic. She writes the entire report in 3 caffeine-fueled hours, hits send, and swears hand on heart, next time will be different. Sound familiar? Here's the thing. Almost everyone watching this has lived some version of Maya's week. Not because humans are weak, because procrastination isn't a time management problem, it's an emotion problem. For over 20 years, a psychologist named Tim Pychyl studied procrastinators, and his conclusion flips the script on everything we've been told. Procrastination, he found, is an emotion regulation problem, not a time management problem. In other words, when Maya avoids her report, she's not failing to manage her time, she's succeeding at managing her mood, just in the short term. Here's how it works. The task triggers an uncomfortable feeling, anxiety about doing it wrong, boredom, self-doubt, overwhelm. That feeling is unpleasant, and your brain, which evolved to move you away from unpleasant things, looks for the fastest exit. So you do something else. And in the very second you avoid the task, the discomfort lifts. You feel relief. That relief is the trick. It teaches your brain, avoiding the task feels good. Do it again. So you do. Psychologists Fuchsia Soroy and Tim Pychyl put it simply. Procrastination is the prioritization of short-term mood repair over long-term goal pursuit. You're not choosing between working and doing nothing, you're choosing between feeling bad now and feeling okay now, and your brain picks okay. So what's actually happening in your head? 2 parts of your brain are in a tug-of-war. Your prefrontal cortex, the part right behind your forehead, handles planning, long-term goals, and self-control. It's the part of you that says, this report matters, start it now. Then there's your amygdala, a small almond-shaped region deep in the brain. It's part of your emotional alarm system. When a task feels threatening because you might fail or be judged or feel stupid, the amygdala fires. And here's where it gets interesting. Researchers Carolyn Schluter and Irhan Genç at Ruhr University Bochum scanned the brains of 264 people. They found that chronic procrastinators tended to have a larger amygdala, more threat sensitivity built in, and a weaker connection between the amygdala and another region called the dorsal anterior cingulate cortex, which normally helps quiet those emotional alarms. Translation? For some people, the alarm rings louder and the turn it off signal is weaker. The discomfort hits harder and it's harder to override. There's one more piece. A team at Sorbonne, led by Raphael Leboeck and Matthias Pessaglione, found that procrastination tracks with how steeply we discount future effort. Your brain treats tomorrow's effort as cheaper than today's. So, I'll do it tomorrow doesn't feel like a lie. In that moment, tomorrow genuinely feels easier, even when it obviously isn't.
And there's a stranger twist. Researchers who study how we relate to our future selves have found that, to your brain, the person you'll be tomorrow can feel almost like a stranger. When you hand the task to future you, a part of your brain treats it like handing it to someone else entirely. No wonder it's so easy to dump the work on them. Once you see this code, you see it everywhere. It's why you haven't filed your taxes. It's not the forms, it's the low-grade dread of getting them wrong. It's why you haven't texted that person back, not because you forgot, but because replying feels emotionally heavy, and not replying feels lighter right now. It's why the gym bag stays by the door for a week, why the blank page stays blank, why you doomscroll at midnight instead of sleeping. The phone is a perfect mood repair machine, offering tiny hits of relief every few seconds. And it's why creative work is the hardest. Writing, drawing, building, anything where you might judge yourself lights up the alarm, so your brain finds something, anything that doesn't. The pattern is always the same: discomfort, avoidance, relief, repeat. A loop your brain built by accident and now runs on autopilot. Good news, you can rewrite the code. Here are 5 tools that actually work because they target the emotion, not the clock. 1. Name the feeling. Don't say, "I don't want to do this." Get specific. "I'm avoiding this because I'm afraid it won't be good enough." Naming an emotion reduces its power. You can't override an alarm you can't see. 2. Shrink the first step. Don't write the report. Open the document and type 1 sentence. Make the first action so small it doesn't trigger the alarm. Motion beats motivation. 3. Use the 5-minute deal. Tell yourself you'll work for just 5 minutes, then you're allowed to quit. Most of the time, once the dread of starting is gone, you keep going. The hard part was the threshold, not the task. 4. Redesign your environment. If avoidance is a reflex, make the escape harder. Put your phone in another room. Close the tabs. Make the relief less available and the task less avoidable by default. 5. Drop the shame. This one matters most. Beating yourself up adds more negative emotion, which is the exact fuel procrastination feeds on. Self-compassion isn't soft, it's strategic. People who forgive themselves for procrastinating actually procrastinate less the next time. So, here's the reframe. Procrastination isn't a character flaw, it isn't laziness. It's a code your brain runs when discomfort feels bigger than action. The feeling passes. The relief is a lie. And the person you're handing the work to, future you, is still you. So the next time you feel that pull to clean your room instead of starting, pause. Notice the discomfort. Name it. Take 1 tiny step and break the loop. If this decoded something for you, that's exactly what this channel is for. The Human Code explains the hidden psychology behind the things you do every day. Why you overthink at night, why you can't look away from your phone, why you remember that embarrassing thing from 10 years ago. Hit subscribe and we'll decode the next piece together. I'll see you in the next episode.